Hello, my name is Mrs. Mellor and I work for Barnsley Music Service. I come into Horizon School on a weekly basis to teach woodwind instruments and violin to students. For the students who are already playing my instruments, I'm really looking forward to meeting you all. But for those who don't play an instrument, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the instruments that you could learn to play. So the first woodwind instrument is the flute. And the flute is basically a long piece of tubing with holes. And the holes are covered by keys to make it easier to play. Originally the flute was made of wood, but now they're made of metal, silver or even gold, as they can make a much louder sound. We hold the flute to the side to be able to play, and when you blow across this mouthpiece, the air inside the tubing vibrates to make a sound. And then to change the sound, I just change my fingers. I'm going to play you a tune now on the flute so you can hear what it sounds like. This is Beauty and the Beast. That's the flute. Okay, the next woodwind instrument is the clarinet. And the clarinet is again a long tube. This time it is made of wood. It's got 17 different keys and 7 holes, which means it can play 48 different notes and is played by holding it in front of me. The clarinet uses a reed to produce its soft, mellow sound, and the reed is held in place by this metal ligature. And when air is blown into the clarinet, the reed at the back vibrates the air, and that is how the sound is produced. So I'm going to play you a tune now on the clarinet so you can hear how it sounds, and this is Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. That's a clarinet. The last of the woodwind instruments I'm going to show you today is the saxophone. And the saxophone is one of the youngest woodwind instruments. It was invented by a Belgian man called Adolphe Sax. He named it after himself. He wanted to combine all the best qualities of the brass instruments and the woodwind instruments together, all in one instrument. To make it sound, it uses a reed, just like the clarinet. That's why it's a woodwind instrument, because of the reed. And it became popular in America and the jazz scene, and these days you can often see the saxophone jamming along to DJs in Ibiza. This is a famous saxophone tune for you to listen to so you can hear what the saxophone sounds like. That's the saxophone. Now, to move on to a different family of instrument, the violin. So the violin is the smallest member of the string family. It's got 4 strings and it's played usually using a bow. The largest part of the instrument is the wooden body, and this is basically just an empty box to help make the vibrating strings sound louder. The bow that we use is made up of a wooden stick with horsehair that comes from either the horse's mane or the horse's tail. To play the violin, I hold it between my chin and my left shoulder, and I just gently pull the bow across the strings. To get more different notes than the 4 strings, I use the fingers on my left hand and press them in different places on the strings to produce different sounds. Here's a melody now on the violin so you can hear what the violin properly sounds like. This is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The violin. So you've met all of the instruments that I teach here in school. If you would like a go at learning one of these instruments, you don't need your own instrument, you can borrow an instrument. You need to talk to Miss Lingard in the music department, who will give you a letter to take home. You then need to go home and talk to parents, guardians, because learning an instrument does cost money. Once you've returned this completed form to school, you can then begin to learn an instrument. So I look forward to maybe meeting you at another time, and thank you for listening.